So if you guys are tuning in with us here in Facebook land, make sure to share this stream. We're going to be going live here in about 5 minutes as far as the race is concerned, so we can get some viewers going. These guys are mixing the track down. They're just spraying it down lightly. You don't got to soak it. You can just kind of get there just where it looks wet enough, and you can move on to the next section. Looks like the left-hand side of the track. Careful, drivers. Careful, drivers. We still got people out on the track. We got our water crew out there. We don't want to get it too wet, though, because we're going to try to get this race off and going as soon as we get our marshals out there. So race number 7 marshals are making their way out to the track. Race number 7 marshals are making their way out to the track, it looks like. Thank you, guys. Look at that, Ed. You got them trained. You didn't even have to work. That's how we do it. It looks like we got a check out of half of our field thus far. We're waiting on Bob Garver, Corey Fagan, Tim W., Randy Morrow, and Aaron Jordan. We got Team DRT in the house. Team DRT. Yee. All right, guys, we still need some marshals to the right-hand side of the track and on the back. So once again, all of our marshals from race number 7, you guys are expected to help us out. Jake McGarvey, Chris Higa, Dan S., Chris Ziga, Josh Alton, Shay Barker, and Jake Alton. I see Shay, I see Alton, I see Dan. I see Higa, and Ziga's heading out there. Waiting on, looks like we got McGarvey with his running shoes. Ah, yeah. All right, cool. We got marshals heading out there in their spots. We got to check out of everyone other than, we're waiting on Randy Morrow and Corey Fagan. I know Corey's on his way up here. I'll tell him to. Hey, Shay, can you scoot back just for, thank you, because they can't see. All right, cool. We got to check out of everyone other than Morrow. Just waiting on Morrow. Is Morrow up here? Or is he a no-show? Oh, right there. Okay, yeah. I was about to say, I thought All right, we got our marshals in place. We're going to get Randy checked in here in a moment. If I can get, here you go. You're going to line them up for us? All right, cool. Thank you. Bob Garver, go to P1. Bob Garver, pull up over here to Chris. He's going to line you up for us. Pull up to Chris. Bob Garver in P1. Thank you very much. Up 2 is going to be Corey Fagan. Number 3 is going to be Steven Smith. Which one's which? There we go. 4 is Tim Parker. Woo, woo, woo. Team DRT. Russell Smith is going to follow that one. There's Russell Smith. Jake Stanfield. And then we're going to leave a spot open. I don't know. Randy, can you check in real quick for us? Randy? What? Oh, he's right there on the... Oh, he's dead? Oh, man. Okay. Is it possibility he can get it fixed, or... We're going to give him a minute. Matt? Okay, cool. All right, guys, we're going to... All right, we got to flame out. You guys slowly can cruise around. Please do not break them. Please do not break them. But we need someone to pull start one of our guys on the front straight. Somebody needs some help pull start him on the front straight. The Team DRT. Any good old boys raceways guys want to help us out? Thank you very much. Josh Alton on it. Remember, guys, do not break them before we start the race. We got one upside down through the rhythm section. Chris Higa doing his best Baywatch impression right there. We're trying to get Morrow fired up real quick. Olsen is on it. And as we mentioned before, we try to give everyone an equal opportunity to start the race. Once you, unless something catastrophic happens during practice, we're going to try to let everyone get started. And then if something happens during the race, that's kind of on you. But we do want to try to give everyone an extra minute or two if we have to. But don't break them down. Oh boy, through the rhythm section, a little rough. This is gonna be our four-wheel drive sportsman truck class. Hoping to get Morrow fired up here in a moment. Hope everyone's having a good time here at Good Old Boys Raceway, Bakersfield, California. The Turney family and friends providing an awesome facility for us to come race out with our friends. They're doing a little demo show for you guys right here on the oval. Keep in mind, if you break, we're not going to wait anymore, so that's on you. Looks like Olsen doing the best he can. Looks like I got a new part or something they're putting on. Maybe a pull start, I'm not sure. So if you're tuning in on Facebook, be sure to share the live stream. We're going to get live here momentarily once we get Morrow all figured out. It looks like they're strapping in some of the last bolts here for race number 8. This is a 15-minute main. No mandatory pit stops. No mandatory pit stops. No worries. These guys aren't forced to run their cars right now. They can pull them in. Oh man, I'm just announcing. We're just trying to give everyone an equal opportunity. We know how it is if you got to wait 2 or 3 minutes. He's got a part. All right, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Okay. I will talk to Matt about that. Thank you. So once again, looks like Shay's out there throwing a little bit of water on the track while we try to get Morrow figured out real quick. Yeah, if you could just check it in real fast. If you could check it in, if we could get some help out there to line them back up on the grid. All right, Shay, you could shut it down. Shut it down, Shay. We could get, Morrow's going to check in real quick. So if we could just get Morrow, he's already checked in, so let's line him up. You guys should know your spots, but Woosley, can you go out there and just make sure we get Bob Garver and P1? But make sure they back him up, back him up, back him up. Yep, Garver and P1, but back him up to that orange thing. We don't want them too close. In the 2 spot's going to be Corey Fagan. Back him up. 3rd is Steven Smith, followed by Tim Parker, followed by Russell Smith, Tim W., Jake Stanfield. It looks like everyone's already pretty lined up right there. We got our marshals in position. We're going live on the sound of the tone. Boop. That's a race. We're going live. Keep them clean, guys. Keep them clean. So just like that, all we had to do was wait a couple minutes. We got another racer figured out. Some of these guys driving as far as Arizona. So it's not like we're rushed for time. We're going to be done around 2 o'clock, 2 or 3 today. So plenty of time if we have to give a guy or two an extra minute or helping hand before the race to try to get them fired up. We're going to do that. Obviously, if you break your car in warm-up, that's on you. Upside down here in the rhythm section. Upside down in the rhythm section, looks like he's figured out. So now that we are cruising through about a minute 30 in, we got Tim Parker, Bob Garver, and Jake Stanfield. That is our running order. So it is going to be a 15-minute Sportsman main. Once again, no mandatory pit stop on this one. Tim Parker is our race leader, followed by Bob Garver, Steven Smith, Corey Fagan, Aaron Jordan, Jake Stanfield, Randy Morrow, and Tim W. Russell Smith rounding off the field. Our race leaders right here on the left-hand side of the track, down the center chute, battling it out. This is a sportsman class, but these guys know what to do. They got the rhythm section dialed in. They get together just a little bit, but they stay off each other's tail ends. Down the front straightaway, that is Tim Parker and Bob Garver right there together. As 3rd place, Stephen Smith comes by the line. Corey Fagan in the 4th spot. Aaron Jordan, Jake Stanfield. Let's see where Randy Morrow is. A lot of these guys battling out on the right-hand side of the track. Careful, work together on the, our race leaders by the line, top 3. You could throw a blanket over them. They are close. And not too far behind is the battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Oh, they get tangled up. Keep it easy, run together. Oh, battle for 2nd. And one of them off the track as our race leader flies nose high on the back straight. Everyone's battling out. All these guys are in different groups, but they are battling for position as we're 3 minutes and 30 seconds in. Ooh, big head-on collision on the backside. Help him out, Marshall. It's clear. Hey, runaway. Is that a runaway or what's going on there? He's coming to the pits. Coming to the pits for Garver. Bob Garver in the pits. Tim Parker is our race leader with a hot lap of a 35.2. Down the front straightaway, Aaron Jordan and Corey Fagan. They're battling out. That's the yellow and the orange. And right behind them is Jake Stanfield and Tim W. They get together. Oh, and collected it is Russell Smith. So you guys got to work together. Try not to get... I know that was kind of a racing incident, and whoever caused it was trying to wait, so that was good sportsmanship. Lots of cars, a lot of carnage going on the track. Remember... it is a long race. Sometimes it's worth just giving up a little bit of space. As we go back to our lead battle, Tim and Steven right there together. Looks like Steven getting by, so that is the battle down the back rhythm section. The orange truck versus the silver, orange, and black. Left-hand side of the track. They both go inside on the option lane down the center chute. Let's see what line prevails through the rhythm section. Oh, they both cut the corner a little bit. They're going to miss the double. And it's a rough one through the rhythm section, but they're still nose to tail. We got all kinds of battles. They're sending it deep. It's a little bit dry at the end of the straightaway, but then more traction over the single. Upside down right here before the... yep, it's clear. So Steven Smith, our new race leader, over Tim Parker and Aaron Jordan in the yellow truck, trying to capitalize while they battle out. Aaron Jordan all by himself on the track now. He's going to do the best he can to keep it smooth and catch the top two as they're driving the wheels off their machines. Steven Smith through the rhythm section. Gets a little bit willy wonky, but still maintains the lead in that all orange truck. Tim Parker not too far behind. Oh, nice corner with the dry track conditions. He's able to drift through it. And Aaron Jordan, the fastest one out of those guys that time by. So Aaron Jordan making up time as the battle continues up front. Steven Smith and Tim Parker, Team DRT in this one. They're battling hard. Oh, he uses the jumps as a berm, but it doesn't work out. He goes for a tumble, going to land on his wheels. No, he's not. Chris there to help him marshal. That's going to allow Steven to check out just a little bit. Down the front chute, our leader goes. That's the all orange. Oh, man, we got someone running off the stand. That's Fagan off the track. Corey was in fourth with his hot lap of the race last time by. He's running out to the track trying to get it figured out. So bad luck for one of the Team DRT drivers, Corey Fagan, off the track. That's going to allow Russell Smith, Jake Stanfield, Randy Morrow, Tim W. to all move up on the sheet. Lots of time remaining. We're approaching the halfway mark. 7:15 down with 7:45 remaining, drivers. Lots of racing left. So don't get discouraged. I know Steven Smith comes by the line that time with a 37-second lap. Let's see what Tim Barker knocks a half a second off that time just alone. That is the silver and orange truck trying to catch the big orange truck on the back straightaway. Race number 8 on the track. Race number 9. You guys are up next. Start thinking about it. That's going to be my four-wheel drive expert truck drivers of Carl Woosley, Stephen Bills, Josh Hicks, Mitch Mitchell, Brent Ashton, Fatback, Mark Forbes, and Brian Shapiro. The battle continues. Steven Smith out front, actually starting to pull away quite a bit now. So Tim having some rough go around as he comes down the front straightaway. Losing focus, lost 4 seconds that lap alone. But I've mentioned it before, these big fifth scales, it takes a little bit longer to marshal them because you gotta watch your back a little bit more than the 10 scales and 8 scales. And the tracks are bigger, so you gotta run a little bit farther. So a crash in fifth scale could cost you a good 10 seconds. Oh, nice corner right there out of our second place driver, Tim Parker. He's on the gas, trying to catch him. That is a Team DRT driver. Down the front straightaway. Tim makes up some time that time. He makes up 2 seconds. So he lost 4 seconds the lap before. Oh, and then a problem out of our race leader. He gets a little bit sideways. Let's see. We just had our third place driver of Jake Stanfield cross the line. That's that red truck. Jake Stanfield all by himself on the track. Closest one to him is going to be Russell Smith. Center. There we go.
Josh Alton, please marshal at this first cone. Josh Alton, marshal at the first cone. Hey, Bob Garver, can you go tell Josh? Okay, Josh is in a good place. We're good. No worries. We're fine.
Getting back to the race action, our race leader comes by the line just now with a 37.6. So Tim Parker, every time he takes a notch out of the lead, and he loses a little bit of time, the two guys right behind him are actually battling on the track. And for position, that's going to be Randy Morrow and Aaron Jordan. Aaron Jordan goes for a tumble on the backside. Help him out. And he's got it himself. Good job. Let's see if we can't pick up Stanfield on the backside. That's the red truck. He's running third. Oh, and he goes for a big spill. So Stanfield, who needs to make up some time to catch up to Tim Parker, goes for a tumble with 4.5 minutes left. So Stanfield, a Bakersfield local, if I'm not mistaken, in the red truck through the rhythm section, down the front straightaway. Actually, Russell Smith is right there behind him, so that's going to be a battle. And Russell Smith put his fastest lap of the race last time by, so the white and black trying to catch up to that red truck, and that is going to be our battle. Two Bakersfield locals as they enter the back rhythm section. It's Stanfield in the red truck trying to grab traction. He goes to the inside of this yellow lapper. Oh, they both take the outside line, but Stanfield a little bit tighter than the other car. So now Stanfield gaps himself from Russell Smith, who was catching him the lap before. Stanfield nice and easy. Oh, upside down. Marshall, help him out in the center. That is our third place driver, Stanfield. Jake on his lid. Still got a commanding lead, but here comes fourth. Oh, and Russell having issues. So Stanfield, who was going to lose the position to Russell, but Russell, as soon as Stanfield's getting Marshall, Russell's car has issues. That is a blessing in disguise for our third place driver, Jake. Help him out on the cone right here. Help Austin out. Or Aaron, I'm sorry. And we got another one. Russell stuck on the pipe. All kinds of carnage as we have 3 minutes left here in this Sportsman Truck 4-wheel drive A main event. Wow. So as of currently, our running order is Steven Smith, Tim Parker, and Jake Stanfield. Russell Smith's truck sounds like it's breaking down. He's going to try to walk it around for another 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Steven Smith in the orange truck on the right-hand side of the track is our race leader. He's coming up on our third place driver to put him a lap down. See if he can get there by the end of the race. Our race leader, nice and smooth over the rhythm section. Going to take the inside option lane on the left-hand side of the track. Grab some throttle, get down the court chute. Oh, two cars trying to play Russian roulette with him. A little bit of which way are you going? Which way am I going? We'll have chicken races after the event. And now Steven Smith catching all kinds of traffic. Steven's last time by, 35.6. Tim Parker not too far behind him now, so, oh, thank you for going wide. Chris, right behind you on the track. Oh, never mind. Oh, it's done. Hey, it's done. It's pull it. Chris, he good. Just leave that there. Just leave it there. No, leave it there. All right, back to the track. We got our leader in the orange truck. Russell, keep in mind that is our leader, so just give him a little bit of room. And it is Tim Parker, still about 3 seconds back. Not sure if he's going to be able to make it happen with 1:15 left. Steven catching up to our third place driver of Jake Stanfield. So Jake putting in a solid run in the third spot. Keep in mind, Jake, you have our race leader right behind you. Through the rhythm section they go. Jake goes wide, lets our leader by. Thank you very much. Uh-oh. Thank you, Jake. Very good sportsmanship out of Jake as our race leader gets by. And Jake going to tuck in right behind him and see if he can't match his lap times. Jake in the podium position right now, so it's could have just been a matter of a rough start as Jake's speed is right there with the pace of our leader. And Tim Parker, the highest DRT racing team driver in the 2 spot. Hoping for a mistake out of our leader, but with 15 seconds left, I think these guys are all going to be finishing up on their next lap as time is coming to an end. I need my race number 9 guys to start heading this way. Race number 9 guys. We're going to water track crew. You guys can head out to the hoses. As you cross the line, you will be done, starting with Russell Smith. As you cross the line, this will be a race. Our race leader gonna win right here as he crosses the line. That is Steven Smith taking the win here. Followed closely by our 3rd place finisher, Jake Stanfield and Tim Parker. Team DRT in the house. Waiting on a few more to finish up. Randy Morrow's off the track, I believe. So that is a race. Good job, drivers. Be sure to get right back out there to turn marshal. Once again, we do need everyone out there to turn marshal. Track crew's going to throw some water down as we get into race number 9. Steven Smith, if we can get you up here.
Man, what a race out there, man. Battle of attrition. I think you kept it clean, stayed smart, and you just tone to tone, man.
I just tried to not wreck. It's the first time I finished a main in that truck since I've been doing this.
Hey, you know what? You know how to do it now, and you'll get many more wins in the future. Great job.
Thanks, sir.
All right, looks like our water crew is slowly finishing up here as we get our turn marshals out there from that last race. We should have plenty. Once again, we should have plenty. That was a pretty filled up race. Bob Garver, Corey Fagan, Steven Smith, Tim Parker, Russell Smith, Tim W., Jake Stanfield, Randy Morrow, and Aaron Jordan. Those were our racers in the previous race. You guys should be right back out there to turn marshal, no exceptions. And we're going to start checking all these guys in. Marshall, oh, whoa, runaway, pull the plug, pull the plug, pull the plug. Got him. Dang. Not sure who that was, but that was quite the launch right there. So yet another runaway. It pulled the plug completely out, it looks like. So that's a bummer. Is that car dead right there in the middle? Okay, thank you. All right, so we got to check out of everyone except for Mitch Mitchell. He's making his way up here. Mark Forbes and Brian Shapiro. Our marshals are out there. I need someone to the far left, back left, back left. Or somebody's back right. Russell, you got us? All right, so if you need to get fuel, if you need to do anything to your car, now's the time. Mark Forbes not going to make the start of this one. We do have our turn marshals in place. Mark has had a heck of a go around. Well, we do have marshals in place. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and line these guys up. Ed Turney, you want to go ahead and grid them up for us? All right, everyone slow down, slow down, slow down. We're going to have Ed Turney line Carl Woosley up in P1, followed by Stephen Bills. Number 2, Stephen Bills, pull up to Ed Turney, please. Oh, he's out. That would explain it. Josh Hicks will be in P3. Mitch Mitchell, P4. Following that will be Brent Aston. And then Fatback. Bring it on up to Ed. Fatback. No? No Fatback? There we go. And I think, has Mark Forbes checked in? Okay, he's going to check in. Hold on just a second. Ed, we got to, oh, okay, we'll do number, he's going to check in real quick. Forbes, come and check in for me real fast, and then you're going to pull up to Ed. No, yep, thank you. Thank you. That was Brian Shapiro. Follow that is RC, and then Rick Huckel. Rick Huckel will pull up the rear. All right, we got our drivers. We have all of our turn marshals. We even have our camera guy again. This is race number 9. You guys remember, mandatory pit stops. You guys got to come up and get set up on the wall. We'll have someone here for you. If you don't have your pit crew, listen for the sound of the tone. Boop. And we're off. Carl Woosley with a big jump. Oh, and our second place driver getting tangled up, and he's going to go from second to last. And we got another driver on the pipe. Help him out. Help him out. Man, the problem with getting tangled up on the first lap is the marshals can't really help you. There's so many cars. Caution on the backside. Double. We got a marshal. All right, it's all clear. Oh, boy, that was a rough first lap here in our expert truck class, 4-wheel drive, sponsored by Vertigo RC. Uh-oh, RC having issues. Not sure what happened there. And his truck's trying to get started. They're working on it, pulling and pulling. All right, Woosley out front. Hey, he's already off the stand. It's good, yeah. He knows it's dead. RC, they pulled it to the back side of the fence. All right, so it is Woosley. Oh, look who's in the 2 spot. Mitch Mitchell starting 4th on the grid. Mitch Mitchell has been helping us out a lot with the volunteer marshaling and just doing all kinds of stuff around here, helping Matt Olson out. Mitch is a good old dude. He likes to drink beer based on his T-shirts and hats, so I can get down with that. I'm a big brewery fan myself, so Mitch Mitchell in the 2 spot, and then we got local Carl Woosley. I'm a fan of Carl, too. He's one of my good buddies here in Bakersfield, California, leading the way. Carl Woosley, he doesn't wear a mask to protect himself from corona, but he does wear goggles to protect himself from dust. So there is that. Carl Woosley out front. Mitch Mitchell in the 2 spot. Brian Shapiro making his appearance up into the podium in the 3 spot. Our top 2 are pretty close together on the track, and we got a battle going on the back rhythm section. They get together. Little bit of pipe work. I keep telling you guys, if you move the pipes around, just go ahead and send an invoice to Ed Turney for your landscaping. He'll get you paid up. Yep. We got Woosley leading the way, but it is Mitch Mitchell and Fatback now to the 3 spot. Fatback had a solid race in his last event earlier today. Oh, big crash on the backside. I'm not sure who that was, but it's clear. Hicks taking a tumble. A lot of these guys putting their fastest lap of the race last time by, and it's actually Mitch Mitchell making up a little bit of time on Woosley. It doesn't look like it. Oh, caution in the rhythm section. Rhythm section, it's clear. I make that the whoop section. I'm sorry. We got a battle right here. Brent Ashton, Josh Hicks, Marks Forbes, and Rick Hugel. 2 of them get tangled up. Forbes was on the cone. Marshall. Can you fix that cone for us? Will you fix the cone? Thank you. You can go ahead and move it back a little bit. That way it doesn't get hit so bad. There you go. Thank you. So Mitch Mitchell actually losing some time as Woosley sets the fastest lap of the race last time by. So Carl Woosley, 33-4. He's trying to get his invitation into the pro class. He's that red and black truck down the center chute, is our race leader. Doubling into our whoop section. Triple whoop-de-doo. And down the front straightaway, our race leader. That is Madman Carl Woosley. Carl Woosley is a jack of all trades. He can fix anything. Yeah, he'll fix whatever. The only thing he can't fix is a broken heart. Mitch Mitchell in the 2 spot. Mitch Mitchell, he can fix a broken heart because he likes to drink beer. And drinking beer will fix a broken heart, right? Mitch Mitchell down the front straightaway. That is the yellow and gray. Uh-oh, somebody's got a clutch issue or something. Fatback in the 3. That is the white with the red. He's trying to close in on Mitch Mitchell. 2nd or 4th and 5th, Brian Shapiro and Brent Ashton. They're battling out. That's the yellow truck and the orange truck on the right-hand side of the track. That is our battle for 4th position. So Brian Shapiro and Brent Ashton, they are closing in. Oh, and a big tumble out of our 2nd place driver. Oh, Mitch Mitchell on his lid. He gets back going. No harm, no foul. Oh, in the pass, Brian Shapiro and Brent Ashton, they're battling him through the whoop section. Oh, he gets in the back end of him. No harm, no foul. They race down the front straightaway. And we're 5 minutes and 30 seconds in, guys. Oh, Huckle off the track. That's Rick leaving the stand. Remember, guys, you got to come into pit lane. So if we can pull that truck out of pit lane just in case we got some pit stops coming. You never know. Remember, all these guys got to come in and pit stop, and I'm making a note of it. Ooh. We haven't had anyone come in for a pit stop. Oh, that one. Yeah, I guess that one counts. We'll count RC. Carl Woosley still in the way, but it's Brent Ashton and Josh Hicks now battling out as they allow Brian Shapiro to pull away. We had a pit stop right there. I believe that was Mark Forbes through the pit lane. Mark Forbes, the only one to come in. Caution in the whoop section, and he throttles out of it. Nice. So keep in mind, you are required to come up and at least get put up on the wall. Otherwise, you will be disqualified. So Josh Hicks and Brent Ashton battling on the right-hand side of the track. That's the yellow and the orange. One mistake out of Shapiro, and they'll be right there in that position as well. Fatback still runs third. Woosley out front. Oh, we got another one. That's Mitch Mitchell coming in. That's a pit stop right there. We got Mitch Mitchell and Mark Forbes checked off the list. Mitch Mitchell is our second place driver. Oh, and then he flips over right after his pit stop. That's going to allow Fatback to get by for the second position. However, Fatback hasn't come in for his pit stop yet, as we're 7 minutes and 30 seconds down, 12:30 remaining. This is an exciting one. Expert four-wheel drive truck sponsored by Vertigo RC. Where is our race leader on the track? Carl Woosley. It's the black and red on the right-hand side of the track, heading into the rhythm section. He doubles, lands up on the table. Oh, he's drifting for the fans. And Mitch Mitchell, Fatback, battling out. Mitch Mitchell in the yellow and gray, trying to catch that white and red gets on there. He does a 50-50 rail slide. No harm, no foul. We have another one through the pits. I believe that was Josh Hicks. Josh Hicks picks through the hit. Carl Woosley in the pits now. And our race leader has been filled up in the pits. It's all right. You'll be all right. Actually, I'm gonna have to go to the rule book. Carl Woosley out front, Fatback still holding down the 2 spot, but we still need to see a pit stop out of quite a few. Yeah, exactly. And you're all one unit. It wasn't very funny, huh? Not very funny. Let's see when we get Fatback to come in for a pit stop. He's battling with Mitch Mitchell. Mitch Mitchell's already pitted. Oh, and Fatback takes a tumble. That's going to be for second spot. Marshall right there to get him. And it is going to be Mitch Mitchell now with the 2. And he's already pitted. So our race leader and our new second place driver have both pitted already. Waiting on Fatback. Waiting on a lot of these guys, actually. Make that about 2 or 3 of them. Got to come in and pit. But we will be watching for Fatback as he's in a podium spot. Oh, and he gets sideways with RC right there, and they go buck wild haywire. Keep in mind, that is our third place driver. Oh, and he gets hit again. Oh, boy. It's wild out there for old Fatback getting creamed. But then it all sorts out. RC giving them the room. Once again, we got more pit stops to come. Looks like they're getting the fuel gun ready at Sullivan's camp. Brian Sullivan, hand ready. Let's see who comes in this time by. I'm assuming it's going to be Fatback. Fatback coming in. That is our final pit spot in the podium position, and it's a little bit rough. It's a rough entry here. And we're off. So now Fatback, Mitch Mitchell, and Carl Woosley, our top 3 drivers, have all come into pit lane with 10 minutes and 30 seconds down, 9 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Let's see if things shake up. You remember, race number 10, our final race of the day coming up next. That is going to be our Pro Guys. Pro four-wheel drive truck, sponsored by Matthew Olson Designs. Matt Olson, Brian Sullivan, Mike Duncan, Chris Ziga, Ed Turney, Jason Shear, Shea Barker, and Chris Higa. You guys are all up next. Careful over here on the right-hand side of the track. We got Marshall's running after it. A little bit of a long rollover there. And our final pit stop right there out of Forbes, I believe. Or Shapiro. Oh, man. So Brent Ashton, it looks like the rear end's squatting a little bit too much for my liking. Maybe losing something. It looks like it's handling pretty illy right now. But he's still hustling around. But clearly something is wrong with that left rear shock. It's jumping all buck wild as Fatback comes up on the backside of him. I'm not sure what's going on with Aston's car, but it doesn't look very healthy. He got that Carolina squat going on. Down the front straightaway, Fatback in the third spot. Brent Ashton in fourth. He lets him go, so Fatback with a tumble. Ashton going to pass back. Shapiro by the line. I believe everybody has pitted now. Crash on the back straight. That's Fatback upside down in the white and red. Now down the center straight, we got Brent Ashton and Hicks. As they go by the line, Hicks going to take over that spot. Fatback going to fall back to fifth now. Carl Woosley checked out and gone. So Carl, barring any disaster, should possibly have this one wrapped up. I would hate to jinx it, so I'm just going to say he's leading. Mitch Mitchell still in the 2 spot, quite a ways back. Remember, everyone in Facebook land, we got one more race after this one, and that's our Pro Truck highly anticipated races. We got a battle down the front straight. Brent Ashton and Josh Hicks duking it out. Ashton with that broken left shock. He jumps a little bit buck wild, and he gets, they go side by side, and it works out. That was sweet racing right there out of both those guys. They both hop the option lane, go outside to inside over the pipe. And let's see what happens here. Somehow Brent able to hold on to that thing with obviously something wrong in the left rear shock. But he's driving the wheels off of it and making it work as our race leader comes up on the backside of both those guys. So be mindful that our race leader is right there behind you, Brent. You guys got 5 minutes and 45 seconds left. Lots of time remaining. Track getting a little bit dry as I can see dust everywhere. I know that our water crew will be out here directly after this race. We'll get it dialed in for our pro main event. Once again, pro guys, make sure your cars do start probably like right now. Make sure that you don't need to change a glow plug or tighten any bolts. That way we don't have to wait on anyone, because we're going to try to get this track watered and everyone out there as quickly as possible after the water. That way you guys can run your main event with the best possible track conditions. With 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, it is Woosley. Mitchell putting his fastest lap of the race last time by, 33.5, but it was Josh Hicks with the fastest lap of the race, 33.4. Our top 5 guys all with sub 33.5 second lap times. Jason, Matt Olson's Jason. Jason, we need to collect your entry fee. You're good? Is my car good? Mine's good? Cool. Yeah, we're definitely going to be putting a little bit heavier coat of water on for this Pro 4 A-main event as the wind is picking up and the track is getting dried out quickly. These long 20-minute mains. Oh, caution in the rhythm section. Ashton upside down collects our leader. No harm, no foul. Woosley good to go. Carl Woosley looking to try to win his way into a pro division. As Mitch Mitchell in the number 2 spot comes by the line, 33.9, another good lap time. Fatback in P5 by the line, Mark Forbes, that's the closest battle. Brian Shapiro, those guys are duking it out on the right-hand side of the track. The right-hand side are battling. They're battling right there. He's stuck up on the pipe. And that's going to be a position change. Oh, and more mistakes right there out of Mark Forbes. Shapiro having issues. Or make that Forbes having issues. Shapiro capitalizing and he's got a broken back bumper. He's trying to reel in Fatback. Fatback by the line. Mark Forbes gonna lose a position to Shapiro. And now Josh Hicks still in the 3rd spot. We got 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this wild race. Carl Woosley, our race leader by the line, 35.6. So he's been a little bit slower the last couple laps. It is Fatback in the 5th spot. But he's getting chased down by the 2 cars behind, or the 1 car behind him. So Fatback by the line. Shapiro by the line. That is the battle. Shapiro in the yellow and orange with the bumper falling off on the right-hand side, trying to catch that white car of Fatback. That is our closest battle on the track as they're on the backside rhythm section. Oh! Shapiro goes way big, almost clears the whole tabletop section back there, trying to catch Fatback in that white and red. This is the closest battle on the track as they go through the front rhythm section. Oh, Fatback gets sideways. Shapiro gets sideways. And they're on to the front straightaway. They're going to have about 3 more laps. They're going to have about 3 more laps, maybe less, maybe 2 laps. So Shapiro on the gas, Fatback playing defense. That is the closest battle on the track. On the backside rhythm section, Shapiro gets sideways. He's got a broken front left shock. Oh no. So Shapiro with a broken front left suspension arm or shock, trying to play catch up, but his car is no good. It's diving. He's got to hang on to it. He's got, man, oh man, his car falling apart. And now Fatback's upside down at the end of the rhythm section. They're going to make it by for maybe 2 more. Fatback flying in, but it is, oh no, Shapiro pulling it off. It's too broken to freaking handle. Oh no, he's back out there. He's trying his best. He's got a sled on the front end. Man, Shapiro gonna go from 4th to 7th after pulling in right there. So Fatback gonna back it in as he jumps the double into the rhythm section. Fatback is our 5th place driver. Carl Woosley, the red and black in the center, is our race leader. As we got 10 seconds remaining, Woosley's gonna make it by 5. Mitch Mitchell in the 2 spot. Josh Hicks in the 3. Time has expired. As you cross the line, you will be done. It is going to be Brent Ashton coming home in 4th. Mitch Mitchell in the 2 spot. Mitch Mitchell, you are done. As you cross the line, you can pull him in. What a race. We need you guys to start shutting those down. Track crew, head to the track. Track crew. Get on those water hoses as we bring in the final finishers of this one. Fatback crosses the line in 5th position. And here comes our race winner, Carl Woosley, taking the expert 4-wheel drive truck win. Sponsored by Vertigo RC. We're going to get Carl Woosley up here for a driver interview. Stay up here, Carl.
well, actually, through the bumps.
So, you raced 3 classes this weekend. I'm pretty sure you got a first, a third, and a first. Overall, anything you would have done different? Are you pretty happy with everything?
I'm pleased. I'm totally happy with the results. I'm glad.
Well, appreciate it. Thanks for calling. Great job. Thank you. All right, you guys. That was race number 9. We're going to get all of our marshals out there. Our track crew's already on it. Track crew out there watering. These guys are hired. You guys are hired. Duncan, you're famous. Duncan. He's got his earplugs in. You're famous, dude. Shred the gnar. He said he's coming for Olsen in this one. We should put a bounty on Matt. And there you go. Yep. Once again, it is a 20-minute main with a mandatory pit stop yet again. It's going to be our final race of the day. Yeah, doing pretty good on our time. Even with our break, it's 1:42 now, so we'll be done roughly around 2 o'clock. And then we'll go directly into our trophy presentations. So So it is Woosley taking that W in that last one. Great job out of Carl, a Bakersfield local. We need some of our marshals to head out there. Thank you, track crew. Beautiful job watering as always. This is as close as we get to a water park in Bakersfield, so we appreciate it. All right, if you guys want to, well, I guess we'll hold off and make sure we can get everyone started here. Once again, we'll give a shout out to the Turney family for making this possible. Good Old Boys Raceway. Awesome facility here in Bakersfield. They are club racing next Saturday night. So if you're here in town, or even if you guys want to travel out, if you guys aren't club racing at your local track, we will be club racing here next Saturday night. And once again, October 22nd through the 25th is going to be the West Coast Fifth Scale Nationals at Good Old Boys Raceway. So mark your calendars. We will be posting more on the Facebook pages. Speaking of Facebook pages, if you're following us live, make sure to go to Mod, like his Facebook page, and go to the Good Old Boys Facebook page and like it. That way you can see all the notifications and updates for upcoming events. If you have any cool pictures and videos from today's race or yesterday's qualifying, be sure to tag Good Old Boys and or Mod / Matt Olson. I know the Turney family, they get a kick out of seeing all the pictures and videos. They put them on their flyers. They put them on their Facebook page. So literally it's in the name, Good Old Boys. This is a family-ran facility. And they like seeing everyone smiling. So the more pictures of you guys smiling in the post, the happier they are. Oh, hey, Matt, we're going to race your guys' race right now if you want to come join us. All right, we got marshals heading out there. Let's go ahead and start checking you guys in. Let's go ahead and start checking them in. This is Race number 10, our final race of the day. We got... Wow. I know he doesn't get paid enough for this. Oh, yeah, there you go. Freaking Matt, I love him. I love him. Uh-oh, so all right. We're gonna give Chris just a moment here. Chris got a shock nut potentially. Remember, guys, don't break them before you race them. And the more laps you guys do, the drier the track gets. So we are going to give Chris just a moment here. We're going to give Chris just a moment. Try to get his shock figured out. Woosley, any of the track crew guys that are not busy at the moment, while we're waiting to get this shock fixed, if you guys want to just quickly just spray your corners down in some of the drier spots, just give it a quick mist real quick if you can. It's going to be a minute for this shock real quick. We got a few guys already crying about the track being dry, a.k.a. Matt. Oh, Ed's up here. I don't think that's going to work out very well. Carl, Woosley, or anyone else? Oh, we got a team over there. Just a quick one. You guys don't need to soak it. Just get it a little bit dark real quick. Thank you. And somebody to the left-hand side. If we can get Woosley or Shay Barker or... Oh, Shay's up here. Woosley's probably taking a nap. He's probably taking a nap. Oh, he's right here. Mark Forbes, can you help out real quick over there on the left-hand side? Mama Turney's. Oh, Ed, they got it. There we go. Hired. Just a little bit heavier over here, Aston. Thank you. And you could give it a little bit more, I guess, because we're still working on some shock action. No shock. You didn't hear that. Look at that teamwork. That's a happy couple right there. I like it. Now, I was talking about Brent and Mitch. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Good old boys raceway. Come play your RC cars and your slip and slides. Every Tuesday night we put down a mat on the front straight and we have a big old slip and slide race. That might be something to think about, huh, Turney? We'll have some slip and slide races down the front straightaway. I'll announce them. Oh, have they? Oh, there you go. See? It's pretty dang close. What's up? I'll do it. Trust me. All right, looks like we can go ahead and shut the hoses down. Thank you, Ed. Nothing like getting your heart pumping right before your race, you know what I mean? All right, we got marshals in place. We're going to let Ed get up here. If we can get one of you guys, Woosley, you want to help us line everyone up, grid them up? We got everyone checked in. We're going to start with Matt Olson in P number 1. Matt Olson. Oh, whoa. Thank you, Brent. All right, so we got Matt Olson followed by Brian Sullivan. Sullivan, pull up to the 2 spot, please. And we got Duncan in the 3. Duncan in the 3. We got Chris Ziga in the 4. Chris Ziga will be P4. I think he's trying to get turned around. followed by Ed Turney. As Ed going to the back. Jason Shear. I think. There we go. Jason Shear will be behind Ed Turney. And then, of course, Shea Barker. No Chris. No Chris Higa. Oh, he's back there. Okay, good. All right, we got marshals. We got announcer, a video guy. Shay, oh, you need a minute? Shay? Oh, okay. Oh, snap. I'm sorry. I didn't even see that, guys. It's all right. Shay's got his best guy on it. If you guys have to, you can just do a roll lap. Roll it, guys. Roll everything right here. Roll it. I don't want anyone to break it down. It looks like we're already getting ready to start pull stringing this, so let's start lining them back up. You know where you go. You know where you go. Austin's got it. He's almost there. Sorry, not to put you on the spot. Oh, look at that. Presley Smith out there handing out Marshall's water. That's pretty cool. You only see that at Good Old Boys Raceway. Woo! Thank you. Thank you, Presley. You good over there? Oh, he's going to take one, too. Look at that. Russell, where are you at? Where's Russell Smith? Good job on raising your boy, Russell. Wherever Russell's at, good job. Presley, I don't care what your dad says about you. You're all right. No start? All right, guys. All right, unfortunately, Shay is not going to be able to make the start of this one. Are we good to go with marshals? Yep, we are good to go with marshals. Drivers, listen for the sound of the tone. Boop! Matt Olson leads Sullivan around. Oh, one goes upside down right there off the start. They get tangled up. And a couple of them, Ed Turney bouncing off the cone right there. We got a freight train of cars entering the back rhythm section. This is the pro class as Matt Olson goes off the track. The nerves are getting the best of him. He had his car fully taken apart. It hasn't had time to hit the track yet, so. Oh boy, Matt Olson drifting it in. Brian Sullivan in the P1. And nice save right there out of Olson. So it is Sullivan leading the way. Matt Olson, Chris Higa, and Mike Duncan. Unfortunately, Shay unable to make the start, one of our locals, and one of the nicest guys in the pits, so unfortunate that Shay can't make this one. That is a bummer. Shay's been helping us all weekend watering, doing all that good stuff, so we do appreciate it. But it is Sullivan out front. He's got the pretty body on, the one out front. That is going to be Brian Sullivan. Followed closely by Matt Olson and Chris Higa. Fast lap of the race going to go to our number one driver, 31.9 out of Brian Sullivan. So I don't know what he did to that truck overnight, but he must be feeding it its veggies because it's looking strong. And now Matt Olson battling with Chris Higa on the backside. Both the white cars battling through the rhythm section. Higa gets buck wild. That is our battle. Matt Olson, Chris Higa by the line as Sullivan checks out. So once again, Matt Olson had his car pulled apart overnight. Not sure if it just maybe is not handling as good as it was in qualifying, but it's Sullivan figuring his car out on a mission, leaving those guys in the dust. And the closest battle is our second place fight, and they both send it in backward. Caution on the back rhythm. Ed Turney, thank you very much. Oh, that worked out. Ed, are you good? Uh-oh, Ed's car dead. Go ahead and see if you can. Oh, it's done. Oh, wow. So literally two of the nicest guys I know, Ed Turney and Shea Barker, both out of this pro main event at their local track. What a bummer. I had the pleasure of being able to drive Ed's truck yesterday. I'm not going to lie, I had a little bit of fun. I might have caught the fist scale bug. But we'll discuss that another time, because right now we got a three-way battle brewing up on the right-hand side of the track. Both Olson and Chris Higa are just waiting for a mistake out of position number one, Brian Sullivan. They're all opting for the, oh man, Olson getting caught up on a rut. And that's going to allow Chris Higa to get right on his back door. Oh, Higa almost gives him the slide job on the inside. Higa gets a bad run through the whoop section. Matt Olson going to pull away just a little bit more. Sullivan's car looking a little bit more stable than both the white cars behind him. Sullivan running maybe a different suspension package. Matt Olson's car looking extra soft. Yet it soaks up the bumps pretty good, but it makes it handle a little bit looser. So you'll see Matt Olson kind of wheeling his car around a lot more than some of these other guys. The car is really soft, which makes it really fast, but hard to control. Matt Olson by the line, 31.6. Responding to Brian Sullivan's new fast lap of a 31.9. So both of them with a new personal best that time by, but Olson gets it by 0.3 of a second over Sullivan. Matt Olson bringing you this Matt Olson Designs and this series here at Good Old Boys Raceway. Olson through the rhythm section. By far the fastest car in that section. A 31.7, second fastest lap of the race. So Matt Olson back to back, 31.6, 31.7. Oh, and he gets tangled up on the pipe. Brian Sullivan's last lap by was a 32.5, but Olson goes off the track. Remember guys, mandatory pit stops. 5 minute, or actually 4:45 in. We will have a checklist of who's coming in and who's not. So far, nobody has been in the pits. You don't have to get fuel, but you do have to touch the wall or sit there for 5 seconds. My suggestion would be to have someone pick you up and touch the wall. Sullivan out front, starting to catch some traffic now. So if you guys see that yellow and gray car right behind you, that is our race leader. Thank you very much. Brian Sullivan checked out and gone right now as Matt Olson trying to catch up. Olson's car very loose. Track is dry. Looks like we had someone come in. That was Chris Higa, I do believe. So Higa, Dragon Ball Z, whatever. Yeah. Jason came in. So we got Jason. And Higa have both come in for their pit stops, and that's it. Higa. Everyone's telling me something different. So Chris H has come in. Matt Olson with a new hot lap that time by 31.3. Unbelievably fast. However, and we were just talking about this earlier with Matt. That was Higa came in. Zega. Son of a gun. The Chris's have both come in for pit stops. I'm going to go home and download Hooked on Phonics so I can pronounce all these last names. Oh, man, Matt Olson trying to get the slide job in right there. Remember, we got lots of pit stops coming up. Out of our top 2 still need to come in. Actually, those are the only guys I think that need to come in. And maybe Duncan. I'm not sure if Duncan's coming. No, I don't think so either. So no stop out of Duncan or Matt Olson or Sullivan. We'll see when they come in. I highly doubt any of those guys are going to take fuel, but you never know. We've had other things happen. Our race leader by the line, that is Sullivan. Coming up next is going to be Matt Olson in the 2 spot. Matt Olson right there behind Jason Shear on the track. Jason knows what to do as Matt gives him a little love tap. And there's Duncan. So now only our top 2 need to come in. With 8 minutes and 30 seconds down, there's still lots of time left to come through the pit. Matt Olson sending it in backwards. He's been clicking down the fastest laps consistently. However, Sullivan does got him top that last time by. Let's see this time. Yep, he got him 0.3 that time. So Matt Olson needs to figure out his consistency. Like mentioned before, we've seen a lot of these races not won by the fastest guy, but maybe the most consistent. And Sullivan is showing us that right now. Sullivan's car, gets a little bit choppy in the whoops. Sullivan's car maybe not as fast. It looks like it's a little bit more sluggish through the jumps and doesn't quite corner as well as Matt's. But Matt's car is set up really soft, really springy, which allows the weight to transfer quickly. But if you can't hang on to it, it don't matter how good it is. So Olson slowing it down just a little bit, trying to gain control as Sullivan now tries to back it up. Sullivan with a solid line right there. Let's see what kind of lap time he puts down. Brian Sullivan by the loop, 32.1. So not the fastest of laps, but not bad by any means. But Matt Olson coming by with a 31.8. Going to make up 0.3 of a second on our leader. And they have the halfway mark. 10 minutes down, 10 minutes to go. Our top 2 both still need to come through the pits. I'm not sure who's grabbing these guys, but I know that they're going to suspect their pit crew to be on it. Matt Olson drifting that thing in there sideways. Sullivan easy on the brakes at the end of the straightaway. Nice radius through that corner. Olson driving a little bit more aggressive. It doesn't look as pretty, but it's fast. It is Brian Sullivan still out front as he comes into the pits. And he's out of pit lane. So now Olson going to be right there on his back door. But Olson still has to come in for a stop. I don't know if he's going to take fuel or not. I would highly doubt it. If he knows he can make it, he's going to try to make it as quick as possible because Sullivan was in the pits for 4 seconds. So if Matt could go in for 2.5 or 3, he would get all that time for free. There's Matt Olson in the all-white. Oh, they both clipped the pipe. So Olson maybe driving just a little bit over his head now. He's going to have to back it down a notch and try to get by Sullivan. What he needs to do is get by Sullivan and then immediately come in the pit lane. That way he can pop right back out in front of him, or right behind him. Oh, they play cat and mouse. Sullivan knows the game. So now Olson going to have to get right back up on his rear bumper. Let's see when he pits. Oh, man, he was right there. So we got 7:55 remaining. Matt Olson almost getting to the backside of Sullivan. And they touch. No harm, no foul. Our top 2 on the right-hand side down the back rhythm. Olson doesn't get the run that Sullivan gets, and Sullivan now stretching it out by about 5 or 6 trunk lengths as they go through the inside option lane down the center section. And you can see the difference in this cornering. Olson backs it in there, drives in really hard. It's about the same speed-wise. And Olsen gaining a little bit right there. They both on the gas on the backside of that single, shooting a little roost. Olsen touching the pipe, going to cost him some time, but Sullivan goes a little wide. So these guys duking it out. I'm going to be, and there's what Matt needed. So Sullivan off the track. Let's see if Matt pits this time by. I'm not sure what his plan is. And he's got a perfect corner right there. Let's see how he gets to the rhythm section. Nice and clean, nice and clean. Let's see if he stays out. He's coming in just like I said. He's going to touch the wall. And he gets caught. Not what he was hoping for, and he's off and going again. No, Matt Olsen gets turned around sideways, so not the pit stop he was hoping for. Man, oh man, but he's got 6 minutes and 30 seconds to catch back up, and he's made up this gap before. But just like I said, guys, if you're watching this at home or live here in person, if you're in a position like that, what you want to do is get around the person and immediately pit. That way you can get right back in the chase game while your adrenaline's still high and your mind is still focused on chasing. Otherwise, if you pit when you're too far behind, you lose that little rabbit in front of you, and if you lead for too long, you lose that speed that you had while you were chasing. So Matt did it perfectly. He got around Sullivan and immediately came into the pits, and now he's back on the chase, which he's been doing for the last 10 minutes. So his adrenaline's still high, his lap times, his throttle finger, it's all still there. He hasn't gotten lazy by leading for a couple laps, and he hasn't lost that rabbit in front of him of Brian Sullivan. So let's see what he can do with 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. It is Sullivan out front, the yellow and gray with the checkered down the back's rhythm section with Matt Olsen in the all white. Not too far behind, I would say about 3, 4, maybe 5 seconds. Chris Higa comes by the line. Higa, H. That's what we're going with. He's in the third spot. Jason Shear in the fourth. Mike Duncan in the fifth. Mike was a hard, heavy hitter in all of the qualifying. I also do know that Mike has won the money race. He beat out all these guys at the money race here last time. So Mike, always a threat. Mike Duncan in that white and red by the line right there. A few of our local guys already off the track, but now it is, let's see what the lap times out of our top two that time. It was Sullivan with a 0.3 of an advantage on our second place driver of Olsen. So now Olsen with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. It's not time to play around. It's time to strap it up. He's only got maybe 8 or 9 more laps. Oh, Matt with a beautiful corner right there as he's going to get around some traffic. Thank you very much. Letting our race second place driver get by. I was going to say our race leader, but that is Sullivan, who gets tangled up on the pipe a little bit. Now Matt can really start seeing him in front of him. 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go for that white truck trying to get Sullivan. Sullivan goes off the track, back on. So Sullivan now starting to feel the pressure. Oh boy, this is what happens. Sullivan starting to get nervous. He knows that he's in defense mode. And now Matthew with nothing to lose. And I've raced with Matthew for many, many, many years. He is fast when he has to chase. If he knows he's got to catch somebody, he's very confident in his equipment. He's confident in his driving. Sullivan, I've raced with Sullivan just as long, and he's always been known to be smooth and steady and consistent. Not always the fastest, but he can put in really solid laps throughout the whole race. So, and that's what's showing to be happening here. So Sullivan's fast lap 0.3 slower than Olsen's. However, Sullivan's been able to be right there consistent with his lap times the whole race. So it's going to be a battle to the end as Sullivan now off the track a little bit. And Matt with a solid rhythm section in the backside. They're coming up on the backside of Duncan. Duncan, you know what to do when Sullivan gets there. No need to get out of the way yet. Sullivan, little buck wild, Matt Olson going to make up a few more tenths, and he's fishing. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Let's see what the white truck can do. All eyes on the right-hand side of the track. That is Matt Olson. Brian Sullivan, Duncan getting out of the way for our race leader. Duncan, you got Matt Olson right there behind. I already know you know what to do. Very experienced driver and does exactly what you got to do. If you're watching at home, kids, that's how you do it. You pull out of the way. You let these top two battle out. And Matt Olson dipping in there sideways. Triple, single out of the whoop section. Sullivan not going to make it easy on him. With a minute 50 left, let's see if anything could happen. It's my job as an announcer to get loud and crazy, maybe add a little bit of pressure to Brian Sullivan so we can see a last lap battle to the end. I want to see these guys crossing the line side by side as much as you two do. So we got Sullivan in the yellow and gray. He slides it in. Matt Olson going to slide it in even deeper. Kind of misses it. Misses his mark just a bit, but he's got really good suspension through the rhythm section coming down the front straight. I would say pretty equal speed-wise. Olsen going to tag the cone. It's going to work out in his favor. It's going to switch his car around, help him apex through that corner. And they both set their new fast lap of the race that time by Sullivan. 31-4. Matt Olson, 31-0 last time by almost a 30-second lap time out of Olsen. Olsen doing anything he possibly can with less than a minute left. Sullivan has been in charge of this one from start to finish. Let's see if he can make a mistake or hold it on all four. Olsen gets a little bit buck wild. Holding on to it. Sullivan getting nervous though. Getting sideways on the backside. Sullivan catching some air. Can he hold him off for maybe one or two more laps? Matt Olsen just punched out of his mind right now. But Sullivan, like I said, really consistent driver. Both these guys experienced, but completely different driving styles, as you can see. Our race leader, yellow-gray by the line, 32.5. Matt Olson by the line, 31.8. But then, hits the pipe again. It works out in his favor yet again. He's got 12 seconds. He's hoping for a mistake out of Sullivan. Let's see what they can do. Brian Sullivan about 20 cars in front, and Olson upside down, and that's going to do it. Oh, man, let's see if Sullivan plays it safe through the rhythm section or if he goes for it. He's going to roll it smart, man. He is. Brian Sullivan here in Bakersfield, California, taking the pro truck win. That's a race, guys. As you cross the line, you will be done. Matt Olson going to take home second spot. Wow. What a show, guys. Good job. Good job. Brian, we're going to need you for a driver interview. Sullivan, stay up here. Sullivan, stay up here for driver. Wow. Sullivan, Brian, stay up here for driver interview. All right, guys, make sure to stay here for our trophy presentation. We're going to do that immediately after this. We're going to get this driver interview done, and we'll get that set up for you guys.
My truck was really good when the truck was wet, and when it dried up, it got loose. Stuff got hot, so like the motor, the clutch, everything getting hot, shock oils, dip oils, that all came in play. But other than that, the truck was easy to drive, consistent. It wasn't fast, but it's consistent.
Well, just like we said, vice versa, Matt, your truck looks a lot softer, a lot quicker, but always harder to hang on to. What are your thoughts? I know you had to do a rebuild in between qualifying and the main. How did that kind of play in on this?
Just trying to get that all done, kind of just, I was more tired than usual, bouncing back and forth between the camera. But I ended up having that one mistake at the beginning, and just a couple bobbles here and there, and then I thought, it would have been really good, but I ended up messing up coming into the pits, and, that's why we have pits, because it kind of changes up the game a little bit. So the truck was really good. My truck always gets better throughout the run, but Brian was driving really good, and I was definitely pushing, giving it my all, and, we both ran a good race, and it was kind of fun.
It was fun.
Hey guys, we got a T-handle wrench up here. Looks like a glow plug wrench. Orange tip, or orange handle rather. RFX hardware, if anyone left that up here. If not, we'll add it to a next event's raffle. Just kidding. But if you guys need to come through and do a quick scope out in pit lane, make sure you guys didn't leave any, first off, trash. We don't want the Turney family to have to clean up all your guys' stuff. That's not their responsibility. You made the mess. You should be able to clean it. It doesn't take that